Good evening. It is December 17th in the third week of Advent. My name is Joel Garrett. I'm the pastor to students and families here at Maples, and we have a history of an Advent hymn for our devotion tonight. That hymn is Blessed Be the God of Israel. Blessed be the God of Israel, who comes to set us free, who visits and redeems us, and grants us liberty. The prophets spoke of mercy, of freedom and release. God shall fulfill the promise to bring our people peace. Canon Michael Perry, a beloved Anglican priest and hymn writer, was born in Beckenham, Kent, England. He was ordained to the ministry in 1965 and married Beatrice Mary Stott in 1967. He was elected to the General Synod of the Church of England in 1985 and again in 1994. In 1989, he was appointed to his last posting as Vicar of Tonbridge, Kent. He was appointed chairman of the Pastoral Aid Society in 1993. Beginning in early 1996, Perry was increasingly disabled by an inoperable brain tumor from which he died at home on December 9, 1996. In the early 1960s, Michael Bowen founded the Jubilant Group. According to Perry, the group pooled their talents to meet the challenge of a new generation in the UK who wished to extend their singing beyond the four square ways of metrical hymnody and the unpredictability of Anglican chant. With the newfound popularity of his Calypso carol and the support of the Church Pastoral Aid Society, Youth Praise 2 was published in 1969. In that same year, Bowen began a new project to revitalize the use of psalms. Perry had been working on paraphrases, including his famous paraphrase of the Benedictus, O praise the God of Israel, as well as several psalms. Bowen asked him to join this project, which was published in 1993 as Praise Psalms. George Shorney of Hope Publishing Company took interest in their work and had already enlisted the independent cooperation of Timothy Dudley Smith. By securing the publication rights in the United States of the Greater Jubilant Hymns Group, Shorney hoped to enrich hymn repertoires with English hymn writers. Perry felt that chant settings of the canticles were difficult for ordinary congregations to easily sing. Soon after his ordination, he began to render the canticles from the Book of Common Prayer into metrical paraphrases. He wanted not only to make them easier to sing, but also to be more easily understood. Blessed be God is one such paraphrase of the Benedictus, or the Song of Zechariah. One of 300 hymns, Perry first published his paraphrase in Praise Psalms under the title, O Praise the God of Israel. The text of the Benedictus comes from Luke chapter 1, verses 68 through 79. Zechariah had been made dumb during his wife Elizabeth's pregnancy with John the Baptist. Then, when Zechariah hears of his son's birth, his tongue is loosed for his song of praise to the Lord God of Israel. The first 8 verses of the Benedictus parallel the Magnificat, and the last 4 identify John the Baptist as Jesus' forerunner. Because of its imagery of Christ as the dayspring or dawn of God's new creation, it became associated with the morning office of Constantinople and with lauds in the Roman and Benedictine offices. A variety of terms refer to John the Baptist in stanza 2, including herald, forerunner, prophet of salvation, and harbinger. Perry condenses the metaphor in the canticle referring to Christ as the day spring from on high, and John as the messenger, as the harbinger of the day. The last line of the hymn, with songs that never cease, would seem to be hyperbole at first glance, but the text is a literal understanding of eschatology. Our songs will never cease in heaven. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.